Hello everyone, and in today's video I'm going to try to calculate the equivalent resistance for resistors in parallel. So let's call these resistors R1, R2 and R3. Now first of all, how do we know these resistors are in parallel? Well, they are in parallel if they are between the same nodes. So nodes are basically a point between two different electrical components. So here, and here. Now these are actually all the same node. So these are all node A, and A. Why? Well, this node here is between the voltage source and R1. This node is between the voltage source and R2. And this is between the voltage source and R3. And likewise for the same at the bottom, we call node B. Another way to look at this is that we can redraw the circuit like this. So here's the voltage source, and here we'll have node A and node B. A, B. So here we'll have a resistor R1, a resistor again for R2, and another resistor here for R3. As you can see, they are all between the same nodes A and B. Now, first of all, what is the formula to calculate the equivalent resistance? Well, if you look here, the equivalent resistance given by the formula 1 over R equivalent is equal to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Now let's try to make R equivalent the subject of the formula. So 1 over R equivalent is equal to, the LCM will be R1, R2, and R3. Then it will be R2, R3 plus R1, R3 plus R1, R2. Yep. And now to make R equivalent the subject, it will become R equivalent is equal to R1, R2, R3 over R2, R3 plus R1, R3 plus R1, R2. And here we go, that's the formula for R equivalent for 3 resistors. But of course, it's always best to use this formula and derive for R equivalent from first principles. Now let's listen to an example. So let's give R1 a volume of 10 ohms, R2 5 ohms, and R3 10 ohms again. Okay, so let's go back to our equation. R1 is equal to 10 ohms, R2 is equal to 5 ohms, and R3 is equal to 10 ohms. Let's check. Yup. And to calculate R equivalent, we just plug it into our original equation. So R equivalent is equal to R1, which is 10, R2, which is 5, and R3, which is 10, over R2, R3. So 5, 10, plus 10, 10, plus R1, R2, which is 10, 5. Now we plug this into our calculator. And after plugging it into the calculator, you should get 5 over 2, which is equal to 2.5 ohms. So now this circuit can be redrawn with just one resistor of 2.5 ohms. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you understand.